Dear students, in this chapter, that is real numbers, we discuss two very important properties of positive integers. One is Euclid's division lemma and the other one is fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Dear students, we have already discussed Euclid's division lemma and related problems. Today we are going to discuss fundamental theorem of arithmetic. To understand fundamental theorem of arithmetic, you should know two other terms which are already familiar to you. They are prime numbers and composite numbers. What is a prime number? It's very simple. A number which has exactly two factors. That means a number is divisible by itself or divisible by 1. For example, let me take 2. 2 is divisible by 1. 1 divides 2. And 2 is divisible by itself. That is 2 divides 2. It has exactly two factors. Even you can say exactly two distinct factors. So for example, examples are 2, 3, 13, etc. So you can make out the prime numbers. What are composite numbers? Numbers having more than two factors. They are all composite numbers. For example, I can take 20. It is divisible by 1. It is divisible by 2. It is divisible by 4. And it is divisible by 5 and divisible by 10. Even it is divisible by itself, that is 20 divides 20. So more than two factors, they are composite numbers. Students, what does fundamental theorem of arithmetic states? Very simple. It relates composite numbers and prime numbers. That's all. It relates composite numbers and prime numbers. It states a very composite number. A very composite number. That means no exception. A very composite number can be expressed or it can be factorized. It can be expressed as the product of prime numbers. For example, I will take 20, a composite number. So it can be written as the product of prime factors. So 20 is written as the product of primes. 2 is a prime number, 5 is also a prime number. You take any composite number. Take any composite number. It can be written as the product of prime numbers. And one more important thing. That is, this factorization, here we did factorization. All the factors are primes, that's why it is called prime factorization. All the factors are prime number only, that's why it is prime factorization. This prime factorization is unique, apart from the order in which the factors are written. I will repeat, this factorization is unique. You take any composite number, you do prime factorization, and that prime factorization is unique apart from the order in which the primes are written, the primes occur. I may return 20 as 2 into 5 into 2, or I may return 5 into 2 into 2, whatever the order in which we write the primes, and this is unique. That means this prime factorization is for 20. Other composite number will be having some other prime product, it can be written as the product of primes. But this is unique for 20. Have got the idea? And it may be written in whatever the order in which you want. See, let me repeat the statement once again. A very composite number can be expressed as the product of prime numbers, and this factorization is unique we have already learned how to find out HCF of given numbers using Euclid's division algorithm. Today we are going to discuss how to find out HCF and LCM by prime factorization method. So, finding HCF and LCM by prime factorization method. Here one problem I have written on the board. Find the HCF of 6, HCF and even LCM. HCF and LCM of 6, 72 and 120 by prime factorization method. See, the problem is very clear that we have to do prime factorization. First let me do prime factorization of 6, 72 and 120. That is expressing as the product of prime numbers. So 6 is written as 2 into 2 is a prime number and 3 is also a prime number. So this is the prime factorization of 6. Next is 72. So 72, the prime factorization of 72 is 2 into 3 square. Once again 2 is prime and 3 is also a prime number. 120. Let me do the prime factorization of 120. That is 120 is equal to 2 into 3 into 5. I have finished the prime factorization of 6, 72 and 120. Now, how to find out the HCF and LCM by prime factorization method? You know, we have already learned finding HCF by Euclid's division lemma. Here, you have to consider 2 points, very simple. After the completion of prime factorization, you consider these 2 points. What are those? What is the HCF? It is the product of smallest power of common prime numbers. Smallest power of common prime numbers or common prime factors in the numbers. See, here this word is very important. Common. Which is the common prime number here? 2. Is it that? Common prime. Among these, you need to select smallest power. See, which is 2 here. Common prime is 2. Is it that? Among these, the smallest is 2 power 1. One more common prime factor is there. That is 3. 3 is common. It is common to all. Among these 3, the smallest is 3 power 1. Here also we have 3 power 1, this is 3 power 1. Here the smallest is 2 power 1. Here the smallest is 3 power 1. But 5 is not common. That's why I have bold. It should be common. While writing the HCF, first you need to select common factors. Among the common factors, you need to select the smallest power. And you have to multiply such prime numbers having smallest power. HCF. Let me write HCF. So common prime is 2. Here common prime is 3. 5 is not common, so we can't consider that one. Among these 3, which is having smallest power, that is 2 power 1. So we will write it as 2. And among these 3, the smallest power is 3 power 1. Therefore, it is 3. HCF is 6. Did you understand? So you have to keep this point in your mind. Product of smallest power of common prime factors in the numbers. Did you understand, children? First you select common prime numbers. Among those you need to select smallest power and you have to find out the product of such primes. You will get the HCF. How to find out the LCM? Here also you are going to consider how to find the product. Product of greatest power need not be common here. Here common factor should be there. It is compulsory. Here need not be common. You need to find out the highest power of each. This word is very important here. Product of highest power, greatest power of each prime factor involved in the numbers. For example, highest power of 2 is 2 power 3, LCM. 2 power 3. Highest power among these three is, that is 3 power 2. And need not be common, I have already told you, you need to consider each. Here we have only one, that is 5 power 1, that is the highest, and that itself is the lowest. So, the LCM is 2 into 3 square into 5. That is 8 into 9 into 5. 360. HCF is 360. Sorry, LCM is 360. So, what you have to do is, first you need to do prime factorization. Next you have to consider these 2 points. How to write the HCF? First you need to select common factors. Among the common factors, you need to select the prime having smallest power. How to find out the LCM? No need to consider common factor. You need to consider each prime and you have to write its highest power. See here, 2 is a prime number. Highest is 2 cube. You have to write 2 cube. Among these 3, highest power, that is 3 power 2. Here we have 5. I have already told you that itself is the highest and this is the lowest product of such numbers. So it is very simple to find out HCF and LCM. Let me do one more problem. Find the HCF and LCM of find the HCF and LCM of 6 and 20. 6 and 20. I have taken very small numbers. So first what you have to do is prime factorization. The prime factorization of 6. The prime factorization of 20. Is equal to 2 into 5. Let me write the HCF. According to this rule, it should be common. 2 square into 5. 2 square into 5. Common prime. We need to select common prime. That is 2. Least power is 2. And we can't consider 3 and 5 because they are not common. Only we have to consider common prime factors. LCM. What you have to do is, here we have to find the product of highest power of each prime factor. See, one prime is 2, highest power is 2 and 3. You have to write 3. It need not be common, I have already told. That is 4, 12, 4 3s are 12, 6. HCF is 2 and LCM is 60. Students, you can make out one relation here. That is the relation between the numbers and the product of the numbers and the product of their HCF and LCM. Let us find out the relation between the product of the given number, given two numbers and the product of their HCF and LCM. So I denote A, the first number as A and the second one as B. So let us find out the product of A and B. That is 6 into 20 is equal to 1. I will find out the product of their HCF and LCM. HCF of 6 and 20 and into LCM of 6 and 20. What is the HCF of 6 and 20? 2. What is the LCM of 6 and 20? That is 60. So what is the product? 120. So you can make out one relation between the product of the numbers and product of their HCF and LCM. They are equal. So you take any two numbers A and B. The product of A and B is always equal to the product of their HCF and LCM. We can say that A into B is equal to H into F. So this is the relation between the given two numbers and their HCF and LCM. Let me repeat. The product of the given two numbers is equal to the product of their HCF and LCM. See, in some problems they may give HCF along with the numbers. You can find out LCM. How do you find out LCM? A into B by H. If L is given along with A and B, you can find out H. H is equal to A into B over L. So anyone among these four can be find out if provided three other things are given. Thank you children, have a nice day.